Yes, it's me, it's Benedict. I'm back and bigger than ever. And welcome everyone to a little mini-series I am calling Felix the Cat. The good, the bad, and the okay. Of course, we all know Felix the Cat. He's legendary among animation fans. He was the very first cartoon character specially created for films, thanks to either Pat Sullivan or Otto Mesmer. Now, I personally prefer the idea of Mesmer creating him because I hear Pat Sullivan was not someone you'd want to get too close to. No matter who created him, Felix debuted in 1919's Feline Follies under the name Master Tom. Initially meant to be a one-off character, Sullivan Studios were encouraged to make more shorts with him. He was renamed Felix later that year and eventually grew to be the biggest cartoon star of the 1920s. And in 1923, a Felix cartoon was made where he mingled with Hollywood's bigwigs. I mean, what else do you expect when the cartoon is called Felix in Hollywood? Naturally, Felix's success was not unknown to Sullivan or Mesmer, who created this short to poke fun at the cat's incredible popularity. While Felix was very well known at this point, this cartoon essentially defined him as a household name. So, bring up the lights, roll the camera, and let's see this cat in action. The film starts with Felix's owner, a failed actor, pacing around the flat trying to perfect his craft. Well, no wonder he's failing. I never recall Shakespeare pining for a ham on rye. In desperation, he decides to go into movies, so he forces Felix to go out and find some money in order to do so, which Felix isn't too pleased about.
I'm the biggest cartoon star of the 1920s and you're expecting me to do chores? Who do you think I am?
Out in the street, he sees a struggling shoe shop going bankrupt. Felix agrees to help out, and he does so by buying chewing gum and gumming up the entire street. Seriously, Felix, do you not know how much council money it takes to get that stuff out? Of course, since everyone needs new shoes, the shoe shop sells out like hotcakes. Felix rushes home with the money, clearly excited for Hollywood, but his owner isn't keen on him coming along. But that doesn't stop Felix from switching out his owner's suitcase to get to Hollywood. All the way to Hollywood. That must have been really uncomfortable. I couldn't do that. I could hardly do sit-ups. Turn my back! Felix finds a studio and starts to look around. Soon after entering, he peeps through a keyhole into a dressing room. Of course, Felix is dissuaded by an actor who revealed that peeping was how he got a lazy eye. After speaking with a director, Felix heads over to the grotesque-looking boss of the studio. Seriously, that guy should run a censor office, not a studio. Felix shows Mr. Hayes what he's able to do, registering sorrow and joy, and even doing a Charlie Chaplin cane routine, before being caught by the real Charlie Chaplin who runs him right off the lot. I don't blame Charlie, because seriously, what kind of person would go ripping off someone else like that? Just when all hope seems lost though, Felix answers a cry for help, which appears to be Douglas Fairbanks being attacked by mosquitoes. Sorry, musketeers. Sorry, my English is terrible. Felix borrows a gun from another nearby actor. He fires it at the mosquitoes, but can't get more than 2. So he goes right up to the last mosquito for a bit of close combat. Right, left, go for the wings! Of course, Felix defeats the bothersome bug, but it turns out though that it was part of a movie scene. The director, Cecil B. DeMille, is very impressed with Felix's acting chops and offers him a long-term contract, thereby securing Felix's place in the movie business. And cut and print. I'd say we now have our take. Like I said, Felix the Cat was the biggest cartoon star of the 1920s. Forgot for a moment. Anyway, he was the biggest cartoon star of the 1920s, and after seeing this, it is not hard to see why. Humour that always hits, an engaging story, what's not to like? Sure, the animation isn't exactly Winsor McKay, but it's still pretty impressive for something made 100 years ago. Needless to say, this is easily one of, if not the best Felix cartoon ever made, helping to solidify the cat's popularity for the rest of the silent era. But sadly, all good things must come to an end. I mean, I call this series The Good, The Bad and The Okay for a reason. Join me next time when I talk about Felix's very rough transition into sound cartoons. Spoiler alert, it doesn't go well. I'll see you then.
Felix kept on walking, keeps on walking still, with his hand behind him. He would always find him, fill him up with dynamite, but him they couldn't kill. Miles up in the air he flew, he just